Hi everyone, let's sit down together and catch up. I'm in the middle of sewing, so I thought it'd be fun to do a little craft and yap. I've seen creators do this and I love those videos. I think they're so fun. So we're just gonna catch up on what's been happening in my life and all the exciting things that have been going on in real life and not on camera, but I'm also in the middle of these pants. They're inside out right now, but these are toddler pants for my best friend's son. I'm making it to match her daughter's soon-to-be first birthday party dress. So this will be her son's matching pants to go with her. Also went to Hobby Lobby and Daiso today, and I got this colored paper. I thought it'd be fun because I've been meaning to make handmade cards. So I think I'm gonna use it for that. Then at Daiso, I also got little safety pins. I'm doing a little craft for Thanksgiving where my friends and I are doing like a homemade turkey trot. So I'm gonna make us all like fake race bibs, and I'm so excited for that. So that'll be the part that actually helps us attach it to our bodies. I mainly went to Hobby Lobby for 1-inch elastic because I needed it for these pants. Then at Hobby Lobby, I also got a seam ripper finally. I just never got one, which I've been needing it more times than I thought. So, and actually some projects actually call for a seam ripper to do certain things. So yeah, I just definitely needed one. So here's that. Lastly, I got some thread. So I need to hem our new curtains from IKEA. So this is the same color. Then I'm going to make a gift with this sage green thread. I found fabric on sale, so this is gonna go with it. I am a frequent visitor of Hobby Lobby recently. So and I found that they do like a sale section. So this fabric someone bought and I guess like returned it for some reason. So I got it literally for $3.85. This is not even a full yard, but I think it's fine. So this is gonna go together potentially for a lanyard, I think, because I have a new job. Like there's so many updates. I'm just so excited. So let's get into it. First, I'm gonna cut some elastic for the pants and do that. The last time I posted was probably September, which is crazy because I've been incredibly consistent in 2025 with my YouTube, and I'm actually like not upset that I just like took a break. I've been loving TikTok, I've been loving Instagram still, so I'm very active on those platforms. So what I've been feeling about YouTube is just that it is a platform where I think I put a lot of energy into it and a lot of work. Editing is not something that takes like 2 minutes. So I definitely feel like when I wanted to take a break this year with it, it was not a hard decision to make. It's like one of those things, and I was telling one of my good friends, it's like, it's really fun. It's so nice to look back at the memories and things like that, but it's not like I get a return on my investment. And YouTube, it takes like forever to grow. So I think where I'm coming at it with YouTube is like, it's for the memories. It's literally my digital diary. And so that's been really fun because I feel like that's a good way for me to catch up with people, but also to like document memories and things like that. So anyway, I just like naturally took a break with YouTube, and like it worked out because I was actually searching for a job all summer and I wanted to devote my time to that and make sure that I was putting in my best effort, because my first application was submitted on May 16th. And then I signed my offer letter on October 31st. Like, it was such a big part of this year, and behind the scenes, it was very, very hard. I actually ended up taking some clips here on my camera through that journey, and it wasn't like, I decided to start filming when it was like later in my journey where I was like realizing I really want to look back at those memories. And so I started filming, but after just thinking about it, I don't feel comfortable sharing that on social media quite yet. And I don't know if I will ever share it on social media, just because it's a pretty like personal journey of me trying to really navigate a lot of like trust in God and just like trust that like how can I put my best foot forward in the journey without like making it my whole identity. And it was really tough. Like if you know me personally in my life, like I am someone who is all in. I don't start something, I won't finish. Like, if I felt so strongly that like God was calling me to find a new job, like it was going to be my whole personality, and it was going to be something I like tried super, super hard with. And because of that high effort that went into it, and the pace at which it was actually going was really, really hard for me to work through, because I thought, okay, here's like just like a recap of like everything. I submitted 60 applications and I got around like 7 interviews, and that includes like second round interviews. So some of them I did go to the second round, and I was just like really frustrated. I was so frustrated because I was like, why do I feel like God was really calling me to find a new job, and like why was it so hard? Like why wasn't anything like working out and happening for me? And within the first like few weeks of searching for a job, I got interviews. So I was like, wow, like something's happening here. Like I thought it was going to happen so quick. I fully thought I was going to have a new job by July 31st. And it's one of those things where, again, it's not that serious. I still had a job. I wasn't getting treated poorly in a sense of like any HR scenarios or anything like that. Like I just felt so strongly it was my time. And so I really committed myself. I was applying like every single week. I was trying to network when I could. And it was, yeah, just a really tough journey of trying to figure out like, okay, does God really, like, how can I trust God in this process with still realizing like I am blessed. I have what I need. I don't need to like be as stressed. Like I wasn't unemployed. So what I'm trying to say is like, how can I have a healthy balance of like trying super hard without burning myself out and like, again, making it my whole personality. So that was like a big mark on my summer naturally, because I was so committed to finding a job. And that was, again, a big reason why I like just gave myself grace with like the whole YouTube thing, because I was like, I just like need to lock in. I need to lock in. And so I also, it was such like an interesting season, because not only was I like trying to lock in with my job search journey, I actually got very blessed in the sense of my freelance business. And I actually was able to sign on to new clients as I was in the midst of job searching. So it was really interesting of like finding a balance of, hey, there's like so much good going on. I don't need to like fear, or that God's making me wait for a reason. And I, now looking back, like I'm so happy that that journey happened for me, and God's timing is like so perfect and so good. So I just couldn't be more grateful for everything behind the scenes that was actually happening to me, because every prayer, every opportunity that I had to submit an application, like the good jobs that came up, the people who poured into me and like just motivated me and like allowed me to talk about the same conversation over and over. I'm so grateful for that, because it got me to where I am now. So I gave my notice to my job, and I gave it on Monday. It's now Saturday as I'm filming this, and I am feeling so excited for this journey, and I learned a lot through it. So let me sew this, and then I will kind of explain a couple things that God was like speaking to me through this season. I'm gonna make it thinner, and the width I'm gonna make really, really thin. So what I'm doing is taking the elastic and sewing this waist here. So I'm now trying to do the bottom cuff. I did one leg off camera. Let's do the next one. So that's kind of where I've been these last like a few months, just trying to focus on that journey, and it really took a lot out of me, honestly. Now I can finally like share, you know, something really amazing came from this whole journey, and that's just like the fact that my faith was so strengthened through this journey, and really trying to not only rely on my hard work and like dedication to find a job, but it's also, you know, allowing God to teach me in this season. And got really desperate at one point. during like applications like 45 to 50 where I decided to mail in my resume. So I mailed in my resume to 5 businesses. 3 of them were here in Vegas and 2 of them were outside of Vegas. I was really big on finding a job that was either in person or hybrid. So I initially didn't look outside of Vegas. And yeah, during those applications, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try. Maybe I can find something remote that I would love. And so I sent my resume, my cover letter, and a letter of recommendation. And then I also gave a little like first like little note. So when someone opened the envelope, they read something first. So in like, so they just understood like what they were looking at. So I did that, and it was something so funny, but also like, that's literally how desperate I was at one point, to literally get anyone to call me back, because I had like an interview drought between August to September, I believe. And that really was discouraging, because at one point I was having, you know, consistent interviews, like every 2 weeks I at least had something. So I was just like so desperate. I was like calling offices, I was trying to network, all the things. I did use LinkedIn, but I found no success in LinkedIn. I just feel like a lot of people don't check it because it's so highly used now. Like I wonder if they're just not, recruiters are not finding good talent through LinkedIn just because everyone has access to it now. So anyway, LinkedIn Premium did not help, I will say. And so that's when I got desperate. I said, okay, fine, I'll literally mail my resumes. I mailed those in, and then this, it did work, because I got a couple denials, unfortunately, through that, but at least I got like an answer on my application. And then I also got this lady to email me, and she was VP of like HR and like recruitment at this sportsbook company, and she was so kind and was like, hey, we already filled this role, we're in the final stages of interviewing, but like, thank you so much for your effort. And I was like, I emailed back and I was like, wow, thank you for even acknowledging my effort and for responding and keeping me updated on the posting. Like, I really appreciate it. And I was like vulnerable with her. I was just like, hey, like, it's obviously like not been the easiest. So I'm grateful again that you just like decided to reach out and like give me that update. She was like, she responded, and I didn't expect her to respond, because like I thought that was like the last that, you know, we were gonna email. She responded and she was like, hey, like, we share a building with this marketing agency. I handed your resume off to them, and I wanted to let you know, like, hopefully, you know, something aligns and like you can end up there. And I was like, wow, like, thank you so much. Like, I remember my consistent prayer through my job search journey was like, God, please, like, whoever gets my resume, this is crazy. I'm actually having this realization right now. I didn't actually think about this till now. My consistent prayer throughout my journey was like, God, whoever reads my resume, wow, God is like so cool. I'm actually getting emotional because I didn't even realize this till now. One of my prayers was like, whoever reads my resume, may they understand that I have skills and value, and that I can bring something new to the table, and that I'm equipped to do a role that they need. And that's crazy that this one lady not only was like so gracious to help me and took the time to help me, but like she also saw something in me too. Like, that's literally like, this whole journey is an answered prayer, of course, but like that is God also like answering prayers through the journey. And like that is literally so cool. I can't believe that's insane. I like just remembered that was like my consistent prayer throughout this journey. That's so freaking amazing. Okay, anyway, so I was so grateful to this woman because she sent it to this agency, and I remembered I applied for that agency twice this past summer. Once was in May, and then once was in late August, which is like when this all happened. And I was like, wait, that's so cool. Like, I actually just applied for that role like 6 days ago before she handed my resume. And I was like, thank you literally so much. Like, thank you so much. So I got an interview with the agency and it went super well. That was like the first time I felt that confident on an interview since I started interviewing. And there was just something about it that I just knew I did so well on. And then they had me wait until end of September to talk to the local office here. So my company that I'm going to now is based in Miami, and they started their Las Vegas office 2 years ago. So my first interview was fully remote, and then my second interview was in person with the Las Vegas office. And I literally thought I didn't get the job because I waited literally a whole 3 weeks, almost a month, to get my second interview. In the midst of me waiting for my second interview, I got engaged. So Ethan proposed to me on October 11th, and then I had my final interview at my new job was on October 27th. So literally first interview that I was like riding a high. I did so well. I honestly like stopped applying at that point because I was feeling so good. Like I just knew it was gonna go somewhere. I knew I aced it. So yes, here's the ring. I'm engaged. I'm a fiance. And I remember being like, okay, great interview, and my family was gonna come into town, and I was like, okay, this is perfect. I'll get my mind off of the whole job search journey. I'll have fun. I'll have a fun weekend with my family. And they were all coming in because my mom had her 40th class reunion here in Vegas. And after that, I was like, we were persuading my dad to come just to hang out. Then my older sister is getting married next year, and she was like, I need to find a dress because I don't like the prices they're giving me in Oahu. So all of it was like so believable on why my whole family was coming to Vegas literally for like a total of like 30 hours probably all together, because everyone came in at like different times. And so I was kind of like, okay, that makes sense. Like everyone's coming in for like their different reasons. And I was so excited because of course I like want to be there for my sister's wedding dress shopping. And I was like just so riding a high. Like I can't believe my whole family's gonna come. And like Ethan and I didn't think we were going to see my whole family this year because I say it like we're a big family. We're literally a family of 5. When I say like my whole family, it's because we all live in like 3 cities right now. So it's like actually 4 cities, which is crazy because my parents are still in Maui. My older sister's in Oahu, younger sister's in Arkansas. So like the odds of us all being together is literally just for the holidays. And so Ethan and I were like, we probably won't go home for the holidays and all these things. And then yeah, just so happened that my family was like coincidentally all able to like hang out in the same weekend in Vegas, and I was so stoked. Like I was so excited, telling everyone about it, like knew it was gonna be such an amazing time, and it was. And that was the weekend that Ethan also proposed. So I did not know this was all happening. And people are like, how did you not know? It was like so obvious. And I was just like, I just don't think it's gonna happen, you know, in that weekend. Ethan always said he wanted to ask my dad for my hand in marriage in person. So I literally was like, there's no shot that Ethan even asked my dad yet. Like, there's just literally no way. And the only thing that gave it away was my Nana's ring, because this is my Nana's ring, just reset. And so when my Nana passed away last year, my family allowed me to have her ring in December. So we had the ring here in Vegas, and I was fully like, okay, once that ring's not in the jewelry box, then it's probably gonna happen. So I noticed it wasn't in the box like Labor Day weekend, which is early September. At that point, Ethan already took it to the jewelers to get reset. So like I fully wasn't aware it was happening. That was the only thing that like gave it away. Fully shocked. And like people think I'm lying when I say that. I literally am not. The story's really long, and like I don't want to go through the whole thing, but essentially my whole family knew, all my close friends knew, and my best friend, my childhood best friend Abby, came into Vegas for 24 hours just for the engagement.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you hear my heart is pounding.
She's like her chest.
Ouch. Ouch. Where are you, Ocean? I see you. She's crying.
Like, it was just the most blissful like experience ever. And like I knew I always like dreamed about all this stuff one day, but never did I think it was going to be like the most exciting part of it all. I have a hard time putting it into words because it literally was like that great and like that amazing. And it was just like the best weekend ever. And it was so cute. Ethan did not do this on purpose, but I'm like obsessed with Parent Trap. October 11th is like Parent Trap Day because the twins, well, Lindsay Lohan talked about her birthday being October 11th. And it was just the best. Like, we got engaged, and then our whole like circle of people in Vegas were here at the house setting up for a surprise barbecue afterward. And I just like could not be more grateful for the people in our lives. Like, the amount of effort that went into that whole experience was just immeasurable. I had no idea, literally no idea, that like all those things were happening was just perfect. Like, I feel like obviously people use that word lightly because like the word perfect, you know, can not always be true, but I literally felt like it was perfect and it was just everything. And so just maybe I can summarize like the actual like day of the engagement, because my family and I were all hanging out. My sister Julia needed to get her nails done for her engagement photos in Oahu, which was not a lie. So we went to do our nails in the morning, and that's when my coworker was like, wait, you're gonna go get your nails done like with your family? Like, are you sure it's not happening? Like, you're not gonna get engaged? And I was like, there's literally no way. Like, that's how much I did not think it was gonna happen that weekend. She called it. She was like, wait, you're gonna get your nails done, and then you're gonna be with your family, and then you're gonna take Christmas photos. Like, there's literally no way. Like, it's genuinely gonna happen. And I was like, okay, like whatever you say. So she was right. I was just feeling so good, like hanging out with my family. We went to brunch, we did some errands, like Trader Joe's, like the usual movie errands. And then we had plans for my older sister to take 2 wedding dress appointments. So we got ready here at the house, and then we were like putting our dresses on, whatever, for the Christmas photos, and also to like look nicer for the appointments, right? So we are putting on our dresses, and I have this like dress I really wanted to wear. My mom was like, oh, can you give that one to your sister? I want her to wear it because she bought a dress with pattern, and I don't want anyone to wear pattern. I was like, oh, that makes sense. But I was like pretty bummed because I really, really wanted to wear that dress. So my older sister puts it on, and I'm like, hey, whatever. I found like a couple options, but they were pretty like businessy. They weren't really like Christmas photo cute. It was like work cute. And so my younger sister Lindsay was just like, here, take my dress. I think you just like don't have good options, and I brought like a couple options, so like I'll just wear my other second option. So I was like, okay, whatever. So at this point I'm like irritated because I'm like, you guys, we have to hurry up, do our hair. And I was gonna do Lindsay's hair, and so I was like, we literally don't have time for you guys to like keep changing my outfit. So then as I'm like putting on the brown dress, Lindsay texted Ethan and was like, do you like this dress? And he was like, honestly, I want her in white. So they literally put me in a white dress, and that's when I was kind of like, is this happening? And I had a thought cross my mind of like, should I film? Because you know those like TikToks of like, is he proposing, or am I just wearing a white dress, or like that sort of thing. So I was gonna film a video, and then I was like, if I'm wrong, that's gonna be the most embarrassing thing in my life. Like, I'll actually have to just like delete my whole TikTok or something, because like that's crazy. So I didn't want to be wrong, and so I didn't film anything. But I did think that was weird because I was like, why am I the only one wearing white, you know? So then after that happened, I was like, whatever, if you guys want me in white so bad, I'll be in white. So I just like cooperated, put the white dress on. We went to her appointments, and at the appointments she was being so nonchalant, and I was just kind of like, girl, you have to select a dress at this point. Like, you are less than a year away from your wedding, so like maybe we should like care a little bit more that like you're not finding what you want. And we had dinner plans later in the night. So I was like, I had a whole strategy. I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell my sister that she should get the dress in Oahu because I think that matches her vibe like much more than anything she tried on here in Vegas. So I had this whole plan. I'm in the middle of also baking right now, and it's not fully baking properly. It's my first time doing like a vanilla pound cake. So anyway, my story is like kind of breaking up a little bit, but I was fully convinced that we were looking for my sister's wedding dress. And then as we were finishing up, my family was like, okay, let's like go to Target. So we went to Target, but it was basically because Ethan was setting up at the park with our friends and family, this like the engagement setup, and it was windy that day, so we like stalled and then like went to the park to take our Christmas photos. So we got there and I saw Ethan, and then I was like literally so emotional. I was like crying the second I got out of the car. And then yeah, he proposed and we had the most wonderful night at the house with our friends and family. It was just the most like perfect experience. I like literally could not change a thing. It was just so amazing. And so yeah, we got engaged, and then just this past week I signed my offer letter for my new job, and so I start there on December 1st. And again, I just like couldn't be more grateful for like God's timing, and it's just been such a fun season. I feel like every time I like think about this season, it's like I could not have written a better experience myself of just like the season of waiting that I was in, but also the season of, you know, preparing for being a fiance and like soon to be wife. And I'm just feeling so blessed and just so loved in this time. It's been just literally the best, and I could not be more grateful. And so it's also just like so special. My Nana passed away last year on October 23rd. And yeah, so I now wear her ring, and we reset it. So the diamond is hers, and then the band is something Ethan chose. I love it. It is perfect. It's so perfect. And yeah, we just have been having the most fun season of life, literally. And I now understand like why everyone, like now I just get it. Like now I get the season and the excitement that people have around like being engaged and all that stuff. It's just felt so amazing. And yeah, so that's kind of where I've been. That's like what I've been up to. So yes, I'm a fiance. I'm also going to be at a new job. Like this, there's just like so many things. And I was talking to my friends about like how God can just be a God of suddenly and just answering prayers back to back. And it just feels so amazing, and I'm just so overwhelmed with like gratitude. I just can't believe this is my life, and I'm just so grateful for all my friends who sacrificed their time and their effort to like make this season of my life happen. I'm just feeling so grateful. So Ethan and I are so happy, and we still need to get him his own ring, but we also have like the silicone rings temporarily. And yeah, one of the things I picked up in the summer while I've been on my YouTube hiatus is sewing. I'll insert some pictures of things I've been sewing, but I've been only basically sewing gifts so far. But yeah, here's the toddler pants, and then oh my gosh, I love it. It's kind of like a bit of a wide leg style. And first time doing pockets. It's so fun. I did this within the week. I cannot believe it. I'm so excited. We're gonna go golfing. Here's my fiance. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for catching up with me. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.